11,000 seems like that's how we're going to close in on the day, at least in the Nifty futures. Good market breadth as well. Could have done a lot better had it not been for pharma perhaps. But I'll come to the losers in just a bit. First, the gainers within the Nifty. The day belonged to Britannia as well as HDFC Bank. Earnings reactions and then of course IT as well saw some more follow through from last week. HCL Technologies pushed on another 4.5%. Wipro held out another 4.5%. Bajaj Finance ahead of its numbers later this week as well looked good and closed in with gains of roughly about 4.5% or so. And Infosys as well, a dream run last week, and today it managed to push on another 4% in trade as well. On the flip side, though, it was a bit of a tug of war with the BPCL, Kotak Bank, which was a laggard, ITC and L&T ahead of their numbers later this week, and Maruti as well, which saw a bit of a drag come in. M&M Finance, that's got to be the story of the day after its rights issue. Pricing was the talk of the town. About 6% of a gain is how M&M Finance is actually going home with. Adani Enterprises, Equitas, Naukri, these have been some of the other movers today. After that, a Manappuram Finance as well goes home with a near 4% gain. So these have been some of the active movers, and HPCL as well with a 1.25% move. Sectorally, if you have to really pinpoint one laggard today, that's got to be pharma, which saw some profit taking. So Sun Pharma goes home with a 4.5% cut. Lupin was down. There was a Glenmark as well after that DGCI, a question really coming in with regards to their drug on COVID. Glenmark down about 2.6%. SBI Life was a laggard today, and Nalco as well, which was in the red. After that is Z, Interglobe Aviation. These have also been some of the other laggards. Abha, what about the newsmakers?
All right. Well, we're tracking, of course, some of those earnings results. So Britannia was up 5% post earnings. HDFC Bank also had a solid reaction to the earnings coming in. IT definitely as a trend stood out in today's session, and in telecom, Bharti Airtel, Vodafone IT are closing just up about 2% or so. So we probably haven't seen the complete reaction to the AGR news yet. Initial commentary coming in as we wound down in trade today. So we'll keep an eye on that to continuing in tomorrow's session as well. As we mentioned earlier, overall as well, the breadth seems to be more or less intact. But it was healthcare that took a break today. BPCL also took a little bit of a break, as did an Interglobe, which was otherwise looking good towards the end of last week. So that's really where we saw a little bit of a lag coming in. Otherwise, financials in particular leading the market higher up back towards above the 11,000 mark.